Hey, it's Tony up in Fountain Inn again. We're going to ride down to my brother's house today and do a video on his little Volkswagen truck. It's just right down the road in Simpsonville. We'll be there in just a second. Hold on. Well, okay, we left Fountain Inn, drove down to the big city of Simpsonville to do a video on this fine specimen of Volkswagen right here with my brother. That's my brother Clay.
Hey,
Uh, Ladies, he's available. If you got money, he's available.
call me.
So, tell me about the thing. What year is it? What model is it?
It's a 1970 split window single cab transporter. It was made in Brazil, and because they quit making split windows in Germany in '67.
Okay, so if you bought a 70 model for the United States, it was the big bay window. So
Yeah,
this is a total different. It's titled as a 70, but it's from Brazil,
right.
from the old, you know. Okay, so I know you went to Tennessee and bought it.
Yep. I was looking for a bus to buy, and then I saw this thing. And I thought, well, you don't see too many trucks. So me and my daughter went up there and drove it. And, yeah, I wasn't sold on it too much. I kind of shortballed the guy on it. And he said, well, he says, I tell you what, he said, you see that stop sign down there? He said, we'll race to it. And whoever gets there first gets it. And I said, no. I said, I don't feel like running. I said, it was a nice ride up here. It'll be a nice ride back. So I started walking back toward the truck. He said, all right, give me your money.
Okay, well, so you paid basically more than you wanted to, but not as much as he wanted you to.
Right,
Okay,
right.
but these things are on the money. I mean, they're expensive to buy. And they're kind of rare. You don't see many of them.
And especially the split window.
Yeah,
That's a whole lot prettier than the bay window,
yeah.
I think.
Well, let's go over here and look at the front of it then. Okay, so that's your split window right there. And didn't you tell me they make an option for tilting that window in and out?
Yeah, it's called safari windows, and I kind of like to do that uh, someday. They sell a kit where you can make it into a safari window.
Okay, well, that sounds good. All right, but now this story doesn't have really a happy ending. I mean, when you
Yeah,
got home, you had some electrical problems
yeah,
with it, right?
yeah. We got back to my daughter's house, and I said, well, I'm going to drive this thing on home. Cranked it up, no tail lights, no brake lights. And so I took it to this guy to fix the lights and do a couple other things, and he did that. And
But
so,
wait a minute now. How did he fix the electrical stuff on it?
yeah, cut out the bad and put in new.
Now, did I sign off on that?
No, you didn't sign off on that.
Okay, I don't
But
ever think that's a good idea. But that's the way this guy wanted to fix it, right?
well, that's the way everybody I asked said to fix it. They said you just cut out the bad and put in the good. And I wasn't for that, but if you can't find nobody to do it, then you let them cut out the bad and put in the good.
Well, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so about 2 weeks later, I was driving it, and the thing cut off on me. So I just took my time and got off the road, and I was taking my time getting out, and I thought, man, I smell something burning. And I thought, well, maybe somebody's burning trash or something. And when I got out, started walking back toward the motor, smoke was just coming out them vents. And so when I opened up that engine bay door, all that oxygen rushed in. It was on like Donkey Kong, So I started backing up, and there was a lady going in her house. I said, ma'am, I said, you got a hose pipe I can borrow? She just looked at me and went on in her house and shut the door. So I got my phone out and called 911, and I watched it burn for 4 minutes. He said, let me tell you, when you hear those sirens coming, that's a beautiful noise to hear.
Yeah.
It took them longer to strap the hose to them and turn and walk over. It took them about 20 seconds to put that thing out.
Yeah.
But she was gone then, you know.
Yeah, well, I'm believing these things have magnesium engines in them or
Right.
parts on them, and if that catches on fire, it's almost impossible to put out. But we've got a few pictures of the damage that was done, and we'll put them in here somewhere where you can see what was done to it. Yeah, here's the pictures of the fire. I mean, 34 years ago, I had a Oldsmobile 442 that burnt to the ground, and it's a sick feeling. I mean, I really should be better prepared. I should have a fire extinguisher in this dart, but I just need to go out and get one, I reckon. But yeah, I mean, the pictures probably speak for themselves. And he said the worst part was when he could hear the sirens coming, and it seemed like it took forever for him to get there. Only it was a few minutes, but and to be honest with you, I don't know why State Farm just didn't go ahead and total it. It was a lot of damage. I forget what he said he actually had to pay to get it fixed, or what the bill was. He didn't pay. I don't know. He paid a deductible, I suppose, but I don't know. It was a lot of money. It was probably right there on the line. Yeah, these are the pictures where they're putting it back together. All right, now these next pictures, he's going to talk about his interior here in a minute. This is the interior it had in it when he got it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. It even had an orange steering wheel in it. You know, I'm a fine one to talk. I got a gold steering wheel in my car, but I don't know. It just, I guess he's got it where he wants it now, though. All right. So after the fire, there was a lot of body damage done, and the engine was damaged as well.
Yeah, and I was scared State Farm wouldn't pay for it because everybody says you got Haggerty's insurance, they'll pay for it. And I said, what is Haggerty's insurance? I don't know about no Haggerty's insurance. I said, I got State Farm. And so I called them up and asked them if they was going to fix it. And I had one old lady, and she goes, well, it is a 1970 Volkswagen, Mr. Rosetta. It's not worth much. But the adjuster came out, and he said, we got to get this thing back out on the road. So they said, go get it appraised. I said, go get it. I said, how am I going to get it appraised? And I said, I'm going to need a wrecker truck. And they said, that's fine. We'll pay for it. So I took it to this place over in Anderson. And one guy did the motor, pulled the motor out. And then another guy from Georgia came and got the body. And he did the body. And I didn't think I'd ever get it back. But they finally got it all fixed up and put back together.
Yeah, it took a minute to get it back, and I remember you driving up there to pick it up when it was finally done. And here's the engine the guy redid for it. What did this thing have? Like a 35 horsepower or 30 horsepower or something like that?
I don't know what it had in it, but that's a 70 horsepower there, he said.
Okay, so he did up it. The only thing that I'm not real, and I'm not a Volkswagen expert by any stretch. I'm not real keen on that carburetor. We've had to do a lot of work on that carburetor. And if you'll notice that fuel filter right there, that's one of them good plastic ones that won't catch on fire, I guess, like the one in my car.
And look up here on top right here, you'll see my fire suppressant kit I have in there now. When it gets to a certain degree, that thing's supposed to explode and take all the oxygen out of the air and put it out.
Yeah. But yeah, the only thing about this build is that he just put single port heads on it. I probably would have went with double port heads and maybe got a little bit more power out of it. But at 70 horsepower, that's probably doubling what it had if he wasn't blowing smoke up our butts. But that nice header wrap on there, we did that ourselves. We've done a lot of work on this thing. It's hard for me to get up, but yeah, it looks pretty good. So let me see if I got this right now. The original transaxle was 5 wide bolt pattern. that Stoney had put an adapter on down to 4-bolt.
No, it was down to 5. It was a Ford.
Oh, he changed it over to the forward bolt pattern
right
from the 5 wide, and he put rotors on the front that was the forward bolt pattern.
Right.
So what you wanted to do was go back to the 5 wide all the way around.
Right.
So you bought a disc brake kit for the front that would have kicked it out to 5 wide, because the back was already 5 wide. We just took the adapters off the back, and it went back to the 5 wide bolt pattern.
Right.
Now the front, what we thought was going to be an easy day, turned into like a 3-week ordeal or something, if I remember right.
We said we'll do it at Christmas time, and so when I bought the rotors, I got to looking at it, and I called Tony up and I said, I don't think these calipers are going to work. He said, well, get some calipers that will. So I went on J-Bugs and CP1 trying to find calipers for a transporter. They don't sell them. So I called them up and I said, what's the deal? I said, you got them for bugs and gears and square backs and everything else. And they said, well, if you want the ones for the transporter, you got to buy the conversion kit, which comes with the rotors and everything. And so I bought it. And so at Christmas time, we said, we got everything, we're going to put it together. No, we didn't have everything. And so I called the guy up who did the motor, and he said, I don't know nothing about buses like that. He said, but I know somebody who does. So I called him up. He said, send me a picture. So I sent him a picture of everything we had, and he called me back, and he said, buddy, he said, you got a mess. He said, you got a German conversion kit, and you're trying to put it on a Brazilian front axle. He said, it ain't going to work. He said, but I got a German beam front axle that'll work. I said, well, how much is that? He said, $800. I said, I'll come get it. So we watched the YouTube channels, and we thought, well, that don't look too hard. Getting it out was a breeze, but getting the ball joints out, getting their button back up, and getting everything working again was a hard time.
The ball joints on this thing, they make a special tool to take them out. I think it's $415 or something like that to buy the tool. Or some guys got one you can rent for like $100 a week or something. But I'm not scared to do anything to a car. We figured out a way. We cut, hacked, and tore my little press up almost. But I mean, we got it. But it was like a 3-week deal, because nothing's going to line up right. I mean, we had to work on the steering, we had to work on the brakes, the brake pedal and all. But, you know, at the end of the day, we got it done. That's what he wanted. We got it done. But looking back, I found later there was an adapter we could have put on the front that made it 5 wide, not changed it. But I mean, I don't know Volkswagens. It's just one of those things.
But what's the fun in that?
Yeah. It would have been a lot more fun. Well, let's show the interior of this thing.
Let's come around over here. Let's show the cargo.
Okay.
Treasure chest. Put your spare tire and everything up in there.
Yeah. And we have talked about this treasure chest thing, and he's got some elaborate plans. He wants to do a slide out kind of deal,
like a tray.
Yeah, like a tray and all, which we'll probably get around to one day, but it won't be today. But yeah, I think that'd be really nice to do that. But you know, it's pretty neat the way it is. And I mentioned in one of my other videos that whenever you go somewhere in this thing, people just go wild over it. I mean, we're sitting at a car show together, people just they act like they're trying to sneak in there and do it, which he don't mind. You know, peace signs and getting their pictures made with it and all. You know, people just go absolutely insane over this.
And driving down the road, the women wave at you. I know it's the truck, because when I'm in my Kia Soul, they don't wave at me. So the truck gets a lot of waves.
Yeah, it does. Well, let's show. A lot of people don't know about these. These sides on this thing will actually fold down, and you can turn this into a flatbed, basically. Well, I mean that's something you don't see very often on one. And you've used it this way before, had you? Haul something off or something?
No,
Okay, I thought you had. But yeah,
got a little step up right there.
that's got a little step on it and everything. Yeah, it's pretty neat the way it does that. I mean, Volkswagens, who'd have known? So we got it all buttoned back up. So let's take a look at the interior.
Now when I got it, remember I got it from Tennessee. The whole thing was orange on the inside, and the seats had fleece Tennessee material on it.
University of Tennessee.
Right, University of
The
Tennessee.
Vols.
Yeah. So
what did WW say? He don't give a dog about the Vols or something like that.
I don't know. I decided to go with cowhide.
Now the interior is a father-daughter project on these door panels, right?
The door panels and headliner. I had the seats recover. Recover.
There's a man locally. His name's Ronnie Maxey, I think's what the man's name is. He did a really nice job on those seats. He doesn't come cheap, but he looks like he does good work. Oh, and that shifter.
Yeah.
We can't forget about that shifter.
That shifter was kind of expensive, but it was worth every penny. The old shifter in it, you was hitting your knuckles on the dash, first and third, and you was coming back against the seat, third and fourth, and when you were at a light, you didn't know whether you was going to get in first in time or not, you know.
Well, that shifter, we had it in out of there several times.
Yeah.
Because it's not like a shifter on a regular car. It's like a ball and socket that goes way back on a tube, way back to the back, and it was hard to get it adjusted. But I think now that it's adjusted, it's doing pretty good.
And if it ever gets out of adjustment, then you put it in third, and you loosen the two bolts to hold it on, loosen it, and then tighten them back up, and it's realigned.
Yeah, but I tell you, me and him, I'd crawl up under it and hold a nut. He'd tighten it down, and then it was his turn. I mean, it was a two-man deal getting that thing sorted out. But I think now that it's sorted out, I think everything's okay with it.
Right.
Now, we're not going to beat around the bush. This truck needs to be rewired, and he's bought a rewiring kit. So I don't know if we're going to do it before he retires or after he retires. I'm kind of hoping after he retires.
It's gonna be
that way he can do the work, and I can just sit there and supervise and point and help out. So he can say he rewired it. It's a better project. But we'll take it down to my shop. We'll get it knocked out. Probably take a couple of days because it ain't a whole lot to it, I don't think. But I've said that before, and we've had all kinds of problems. But yeah, that's in its future, and that's something that needs to be taken care of just for peace of mind.
Right.
Although it really hadn't. I don't think you have had some electrical issues with it, right?
Yeah, when you drive it at night, it'll blow a fuse for the headlights.
Yeah.
And so I don't drive it at night.
If you've never fooled with these old Volkswagens, them fuses in these things, they're a lot ceramic and they look like a cockroach or something.
No, they got a torpedo.
Yeah.
If I had one up here or not.
And I mean, it's just not like you can run to any auto parts store and pick one up. So
I don't see one.
Yeah, he don't have one right now, but I think the new fuse, the wiring kit you bought has a modern fuse panel on it.
No,
right?
I had to buy a new fuse box.
Okay, so you bought a modern type fuse box. Yeah, so that's one thing that's going to be done. Another project in the works is the wheels and tires. They're real narrow. We're looking into trying to find some wheels that'll fit on it so we can get a little bit more tire up under it and stuff like that.
Those are off a bug.
Yeah. You can see they're really, really skinny. And there is a good bit of room in here we could play around with. I can get my whole hand up in there. So at least on the back, like to come up with something different on that. But it's not they're not like they're ugly or anything. They're just Porsche wheels would look good, but I think there's something about a Porsche wheel wouldn't want to fit right or something, wasn't it?
Right, because there's let me pull this off, I'll show you. I say I'm gonna pull it off.
Oh yeah, it's this big hub that comes out. So, but you can see the 5 wide pattern there and all. But yeah, the other guy had an adapter on there that would come out to about here. But the 5 wide's what it has, so that's what it should go back with, really. Well, it goes on much easier than it comes off, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Didn't one of those come off on the interstate or something, and you had to ride back at 2 o'clock in the morning and you found
And get it, because on 385 it's busy traffic, so I wasn't gonna get out at rush hour, you know. So I went back and about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, pulled over and got it.
Well, maybe we should start it up and warm it up and take it on a little ride.
Okay. You want to show them how we fixed that brake master cylinder? We raised it way up.
Well, yeah, we can show that.
It was way down there on the floor, and we raised it up so
you couldn't hardly access it way down there. So we just cobbled together a mounting bracket on, and there's a nice fire extinguisher to go along with it, which all these old cars, I need to get one for that dart just to carry it around. But yeah, it's a nice deal. And he's got his kilometer speedometer gauge marked where the miles per hour would be with that.
Yeah, 25, 35, and on up.
Yeah, and how fast did we get this thing up to that day out there on the highway? It was like 80 miles an hour or something, wasn't it?
I don't know if it was 80, but it said it was doing over 100
kilometers. But you know, he's got this on the back here. I don't know if you can see it. 0 to 60 in 12 minutes. Yeah. So, but I do have the draggy, so we could put that. We could test that if he wants to. So we may do that. Let's go ahead and get it warmed up, then we'll take it out for a little ride. You can just, standing back here on this exhaust, you can just feel the horsepower pumping out on your legs and all. It's incredible. Oh, it's pushing me back. It's so powerful. All right.
You ready?
Yep, here we go.
See that right there? When I get going, you better hold on.
This is a lot like driving a van. I had a van one time, and you just sit right out here in the front. It takes a little getting used to, but that's why VW stands for the very worst place to be in case of an accident. You hit something in this thing.
Yeah, because your toes are on the front bumper, feels like.
But the thing actually rides pretty smooth. And I think that carburetor's adjusted out. You hadn't had much trouble with it lately, have you?
No, it's just we rigged on it.
Yeah.
It's been running good.
We had a lot of trials and tribulations with it, trying to get it where it would idle after running, but I think it's pretty dialed in now. And sometimes it just wants me to touch it, I guess. I don't know.
Figured we get on the highway and do that thing.
You got a lot of traffic living in these big cities.
Set that thing.
Okay. Hold on, we're gonna set up the draggy. He's gonna get a downhill start on us. So I guess whenever you're ready. All right, we got it. And I'm gonna brag on him here for a minute. He's not got a lot of experience working on cars, not like myself or a lot of other people. But this car wasn't well taken care of when he got it. And I'm gonna take my hat off to him. He's done a good job keeping it roadworthy and keeping it on the road and keeping everything up on it to enjoy. I'm just kind of glad he didn't run over me right here. He was coming faster this time, so I got on the sidewalk. All right, well, that's the video. I hope you enjoyed it. This is the part of it where I get on my soapbox for just a second and say, what would I do different if it was mine? And really, the only thing that I can really fault with it is I'm kind of hung up on them heads. I know it ain't that big a deal, but I would want them dual port heads myself, and this front window, which he says he's going to put on there,
Yeah.
or we'll put it on there. We'll do something. He's fixing to retire. We'll have plenty of time to, between working on my stuff and his stuff, get everything worked out like we want it. But yeah, that's about the only two things I can think of. Maybe the wider wheels and tires for sure. But, for the most part, I'm pretty happy with it. Well, what did you think about being in your first video?
It was all right.
Well, it would have been better if somebody else or doing it with me. I mean,
well, it's your channel, so I guess you.
Okay. It's my channel. Like I said, I hope you enjoyed it. I mean, he's fixing to retire next year. If we can get up to 500 subscribers, I might drag him out to Missouri with me if I can get up there and do that No Name National. So if you could, like, subscribe, share, But, I mean, if you can't do it, I understand, but it sure would help me. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm just trying to get out to that No Name Nationals and act ignorant out there. I can take him with me, and he can take his Santa suit, and I mean, we'd be the talk of the whole thing.
There you go.
Yep. Thanks for watching. Hey, one more thing. If you live anywhere around upstate of South Carolina and you enjoyed this video and you got a cool or interesting car and would like to put it on this guy's YouTube channel, hey, hit me up. We'll get together and make a video however you want it. I had a lot of fun doing this one and would love to do some more. Thanks.